Hello Pisces, I'm Christine. Today I'm going to be doing tarot card reading for the Pisces population that want to know their forecast for the remainder of June and into July. The date is June the 11th, 2020. I'm going to be using the Enchanted Tarot card deck from Zerner and Farber. The Pisces parameters are February the 19th to March the 20th. I've already shuffled the cards. They have further cutting to do. So this will be a complete reading for you, Pisces. Your primary card today is going to be the Prince of Wands reversed. The Prince of Wands reversed. The general word for the Prince of Wands reversed that I will be using tonight is somebody who does not want to be at home. So that sort of remarks the entire globe. So I'm going to be defining yours, Pisces, with 3 individual cards to specify that more, because I would think that nobody wants to be at home right now, desiring to be at home, although many of us, including myself, want to be at home to be safe. That's all. Crossing you will be number 18, the Moon. Isn't that a beautiful card? The Moon. This is talking about the possibility of someone around you entering a point of alarming depression. Looks like you've recently broken up. Recent relationship. This does not have to be a love interest. This can be a divider within your family. This can happen when you're just sick of somebody. They've stated their opinion that doesn't agree with you. Maybe they have spilled the beans recently about who they want to vote for, and it's not your same person. There is a division of politics that can happen to have within the family separation, or this can indeed be a love interest that you've recently broken up with. It's talking about the completion of that. So now you're going to move forward, and you're going to do any repairs within the family or let goes if this was a love interest. Alright, I am ready to begin. Pisces, your primary card is the Prince of Wands reversed. As I mentioned, this is somebody who is just tired of being around you, or you are tired of home. You are fed up with your surroundings, your location. This is a spirit of not wanting to help you. You don't want to help. You are basically on strike within your environment. You have had it. Alright, so if someone has looked to you for habitual chores, devoting yourself to being on time, You're going to have a sit down, a sit in, a lay down, a protest. This is about objecting and just fleeing the scene. If you are the one being abandoned, the one left behind, you might have a good cry about it. Just find something else to do that you can do by yourself. Abandon that project. If they quit, you quit. If they are quitting by passive aggression, you be more passive aggression. That's the passive aggressive. That's the only way to fight that spirit. Wait it out. So that is the spirit of that card, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because we all visit that spot, don't we? We all visit that personality, don't we? Okay, so the first card to define that, Pisces, is the Six of Wands reversed. This is a spirit of independence and starting something in a new direction. It entirely supports this Prince of Wands reversed. This is letting go of the old ways of doing something and tossing them out the window. People say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, you really feel like it. The whole kit and caboodle out the window. Just start over. I am fed up. I am not getting enough help. I'm going to quit this, and I'm going to start brand new in a new direction. If you are a young person, 12 to 18, this is a growing independence. This is success for you if you are a beginning adult. So this is learning how to drive. This is accomplishing driving. Perhaps your local BMV, DMV is opening up and you can finally get your license. Perhaps you will have more cooperation in teaching you how to drive. Someone might lose their temper and not wish to teach you anymore. Find somebody else or give them time. They'll come around because they'll remember that they didn't know how to drive when they first started either. Alright, so if you're a young adult becoming a person, this is about growing independence in a fruition kind of way, in a launching adulthood kind of way. The Justice card reversed is the energy that is feeding this I quitness. Pisces, the Justice card reverse is completely being hoisted up by your feet. And this especially really is an affront to the Pisces because the feet are your bodily strength. And in all of the horoscope, ancient philosophers have assigned the feet to be the Pisces specialty. They determine your direction, all right, where your feet generally head toward, determine your direction, and they are your they are your pedals, they are your, they decide where you're going to go. Walking out is a thing, not just literally, but it's a thing to walk out. All right, so right now you're being hoisted up by your feet. The shock is taking you up. You resent some questions. People are questioning your knowledge, your authority, your position. Perhaps you've worked really hard in a career and people are questioning that right now, and you find these questions very insulting. You know you are an expert in these things. You also find yourself in a humiliating place somehow. Somewhere, someone has put you into a place of humiliation. And Pisces, this is like literally a fish out of water. this is not your best place, and somebody else has put you there, because this is the middle card. That is the place of somebody else doing that to you. And all you're doing is trying to enjoy your individuality and your pride, located in the Six of Wands reversed. All right, and your third card is the 15 reversed. The 15 reversed is also like if you have young people around you, like teenagers around you, this represents them walking away from you. This represents them leaving home. Perhaps they don't have permission to leave home, and they're leaving home anyway. They want to go enjoy social things soon, in the remainder of June and July. This is what this reading is for, the remainder of June and July. This is the evacuation. Young people want to leave, perhaps in a good way. Maybe they have found a job that they've really needed, that they want to purchase a car with. Okay, so you guys are going to have to rearrange who is going to live where, and how your isolation things are going to work out. The 15 reverse also represents to you, Pisces, it represents new rules. So you're going to have to be studying some kind of a list of rules and rearranging how you memorize them, or revise that list. This can be anything from a chore list. Maybe you're losing some personnel, and this can be just changing everybody's station, what they need to be trying in July. So this is about rearranging chores, lists, rules. Perhaps this person is basically on strike because there are too many rules, too many criticisms. So this is a troublesome time for you, Pisces, but is definitely, certainly overcomeable. Your issue right now, the 16 up, the Tower up, is about whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. Okay? It promotes moving. So perhaps you just want to quit your environment. Perhaps you have been insulted by the landlord too much. Perhaps you just want to move from one room to another. Perhaps you are tired of your ratty furniture and you'd rather sit on the floor than your ratty old furniture. Maybe you want to redecorate and you're frustrated because you can't redecorate right now, or you're going to try your best at taking advice on how to do so. This is all about changing your environment and massaging your finances in order to do that, or just tossing your current environment. We have the 8 of Hearts up and the Prince of Hearts up. This is about a very vulnerable person. So while you are enacting this change of location and this change of surroundings, remember, this is populated by someone who is afraid to speak their mind. Okay? This can also be the word Cancer. So definitely wear a sunscreen. They might have issues that are so heavy that they are holding on in and they cannot find the words for those. This sentence can mean vulnerable to Cancer. So somewhere near you may be an individual who is quietly wondering if they have a problem. So definitely open up the vocabulary to ask them if they're wondering something about them. There are a lot of individuals who might be suffering from an ailment that they wonder if it is cancerous, and they're afraid to go to the doctor right now. So the least you can do is open up a conversation and bring that out. So in that case, this card promises the destruction of the attack to this Cancer, which is a good thing to do. So this can be just a quiet individual who is suffering only because they cannot find the words to express. Because this is the card of vulnerability. This is the card telling you that there's someone around you that needs protection. Alright? So, crossing you, again, this talks about the possibility of a force of depression around you. Can be you, Pisces. This is the Pisces card. Alright? So Neptune certainly guides the tides. Right? And the moon and the tides are related. The moodiness. Depression is not moodiness. Depression can be the beginning of a fight. It can be the beginning of revolt. There can be quiet sadness, and then it's just a burst of I cannot take this anymore. So this might be a way, an opportunity to bring about online services, books, your clergy, that's a possibility. Understand that everyone is going through a sadness right now. Everyone is going through a sadness right now in 2020. Today is June 11, 2020. Alright, so the problem with depression is your depression is not more important than their depression. Everyone's depression seems to be the heaviest within them. And when they have depression, when you have depression, you cannot view the other ones. Alright? So this card is to remind you that hold hands. Okay? Hold hands. Reach out to your family member and don't say anything. Hold hands and begin there. And then then open up. The first card to define this is the word now. Move forward. Move forward. Attack this. Alright? If they are suffering from a quiet vulnerability, use this explosive volcanic force to burst it apart. So the word now and Excelsior is in this Ace of Swords up. Alright? It can also indicate severing something. Severing, stopping. The centric card of your whole board, Pisces, tonight is something called extra generational abuse. This is yelling between generations. You may be very frustrated with your parents and they have a correct opinion and you have a correct opinion and there's a clashing. You may be yelling too much at the little ones, and they might be running around screaming at a high pitch that's too much also, and you just don't have any more patience for that. All that yelling back and forth is at the core of this depression that is somewhere around you, Pisces. And the Three of Hearts reversed. The Three of Hearts reversed indicates that there is definitely a misunderstanding going on. So the yelling might be a surface argument that is not addressing the real underlying problem. And the real underlying problem might be terror. It might be being broke. Alright? So This card is simply reminding you that there are misunderstandings and more vocabulary other than curse words and screaming is necessary to come to a place where you can get along. This card, as I spoke in the very beginning, is talking about the end of a relationship. So this is the place where you're coming from, Pisces. This is not the future at all. This is before the 10th of June. This is from the beginning of 2020 up to now. All right, so this is the final defining the end of a relationship, if that is a love relationship. It is also a refashioning of how you see a family member. Okay? So that is over. That is over. It is time now to redefine your relationships around you. The card 14, Temperance, in this position creates train tracks for the next 2 weeks for you. And since this is June 11th, that'll take you to the end of June, possibly till the 4th of July. Temperance, the 14 up in this position, is a perfect 4th of July card. It talks about being ready, being equipped, and has to do with preparations, tools. If you don't have the correct parts for your car, you're going to be gathering those from now until the middle of July. Alright, Pisces, I'm reviewing the Temperance card, 14, into early July. This is talking about functioning of the machine, also leadership in order to do that. Alright, so if you've run into a stalemate with your current mechanic, you're going to lift and get to another mechanic, get some other advice. This could mean if you've had a malfunctioning refrigerator or something, you're going to address that issue. You're going to be communicating. If you can't just outright buy another one, you're going to be communicating some sort of a trade or compromise to get your living conditions better. Alright, so this is a really excellent card to tell you that you will be accomplishing some of the frustrating things that have been around you. Okay, and Pisces, above all, your strongest energy at your top is the King of Swords reversed. The King of Swords reversed is talking about someone's involvement with you. This is about repairing some broken down conditions. This is more about machines. This is more about the human body and the human emotions. So now that you are aware that you are depressed or someone near you is depressed, and you're going to be chattering now, you're going to be trying to smooth things over, find an understanding, redefine some meanings, give them words, give them vocabulary, give them permissions, give them, facilitate some abilities, anything to do with bringing this person out of depression. This is about, since this is in a top position, this is about steadfastness, stand-bying, okay? This is the parental card, but this is a friend who is acting as a parent. Alright, Pisces, and more about the King of Swords reversed, which tumbles into up. The King of Winds is about severing the winds too. Severing the winds. Okay, so that's more like if there has been wind damage or rain damage, storm damage, and FEMA has been slow to move for you. There was an argument about insurance for you. This is repairing that. This is the policing of these rules. Remember, your most severe card is a bunch of rules that can make you as an individual just want to quit. It's just been too frustrating. So this can be the stopping of the winds, and it can also be an excellent doctor if someone around you is concerned about cancer. This is the introduction of a most excellent doctor. Because this is the department and the size of a specialist needed to address this. Okay? This sort of parental friend could be a realtor friend. So if you have received damage to your home, the remedy could come that way. I'm going to return this card to its upside down state. Alright, in Pluto, in the Pluto position, the news you do not want to hear about. Someone has finally successfully changed, and you may not know about that. So someone around you has successfully changed, and you don't know about that. Alright? So, what has gone on approximately June 5th that you don't have any idea about will be told to you approximately June 15th or 17th. You're going to find out that there has been a severe change with someone and you don't know about it yet. Okay, but this is going to be significant to your life. Alright? This is going to redefine, again, this is going to redefine your relationship with that person. Your partner is described as really needing you right now, really needing a solution right now. They don't have time to be kind. They don't have time to be friends right now. They don't have time to be sweet. This could be talking about their vulnerability and inability to find words for it. You may be full of small solutions and they want a grander solution. A solution that is so grand that they don't know how to bring that up. Alright? So your partner may be particularly sensitive and quiet right now. And there's no time for beguiling and sweetness and perfection right now. In the inbox today, Pisces, is pressure. Pressure because, well, if you are inspired to move right now, it's because the walls seem to be closing in on you. If you are watching the original Star Wars from approximately 1976, there's a scene where the walls are squishing in on them. It used to be shown in like Batman episodes and whatnot. This is pressure. This is just too much. You're put in a position to solve too many problems and you have your own problems internally. Also, this can be a student card. Seniors have just graduated from high school. Everyone has so-called stopped schooling right now, but also open up a dialogue with some people who might need more guidance of how school's going to be handled, because no one knows for sure. The student in your life might be experiencing a lot of questions. School to young people has everything to do with friendship. Okay? So, if you have a young person around you, remember that they might be suffering in silence. You have 18 here, and you have 8 here. These are both silence cards. So students, young people, don't always have the vocabulary or the ability to think outside themselves, and they might believe that their problem is larger and stranger than the next person when it is really a predictable problem. It is a predictable problem and an age-old. That's a great phrase, age-old. AGE-OLD. 2 3-letter words that sum up nothing new under the sun. The students' pressure and worries are very much the same as they were 5,000 years ago. Think about that. All right? So give them the vocabulary. Open up the dialogue with that person and ask them, you know, what pressures are you feeling right now? And just relieve that a little bit somehow with, I don't know, make cookies, make a cake, do something out of the ordinary to completely bust loose and stop this academic worry. Stop this academic worry. If the rules are too harsh on you, revive your list. Revive your list and toss out the things that just are not feasible. Toss out the things you will not be able to address at this time. Okay. The 10 of Hearts reversed in your outcome position. Hello Pisces, I am pleased to tell you that your outcome card is the 10 of Hearts reversed. This is talking about bringing toward you security. That's financial security, gladness security, family security. So what I could say is, because you are receiving this reading tonight, with all sorts of advice, and getting things out in the open seems to be the theme here, and that you have this professional that is available to you, that is going to reach down and fix the human things. This is remember, this is a policing sort of parental sort of friend, sort of stand by you kind of person. If this is a lawyer, this is an elderly lawyer or an elder lawyer, which is a kind of a lawyer. So this is someone who is very knowledgeable. I would say that is one of the rescue cards that you have today, and that is going to arrive you at this very well thought out security place to arrive at, certainly into the end of July. All right, so beginning soon. All right, beginning soon. Today is June 11th, so about June 15th, you should begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Positiveness coming toward you. This is one of your rescue cards. This is ability, tools, working machines, fixing things, replacing things. This is about fixing things and replacing things. All right? You have, your primary position is a mess. You have quitting and walking away because you're just fed up, and all three definers are upside down, and that tells you that you are in the middle of a storm. You have wanting to go in another direction. You want independence. If you are a young person, you will be thriving now with driving experience and new experiences with a new job, perhaps. You are fed up. You are being questioned. In Pisces, you are not comfortable with being questioned. You know what you are capable of, and you don't like the humiliation at all. This is reminding you that lists need to be revised, and old rules need to be thrown out. The old rules don't work anymore for you. The pressure is going to stay on you, Pisces. Your troubling things are going to be pushing on you even more. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You will have experts coming to you. You have securities coming up. That's great. Securities in the form of Three of Pentacles, gathering the right family members toward you. This could even go so far as to sharing photographs online, sharing histories, family trees online, DNA tests. This could be as massive as organ donation. This is the word blood gathering. So, but in a good way. This is not bleeding out. This is blood gathering. This is a family reunion. I can't imagine anyone having a family reunion, but I can imagine people planning a family reunion. So that might be actually drawn out and planned by the end of July for you, and something to look forward to, and give the young people in your life and the old people in your life meaning and something to look forward to, and burst out of this possible severe depression that might be going on in your life, that you need to re-regulate about. I'm going to present 3 cards to represent your love interest right now, Pisces. All right. Okay. So this is about your finding your individual contribution. All right, so this is not looking forward to a marriage. This is working on yourself and making yourself so strong that you will draw your partner into making themselves so strong. As you look for and find your own direction, your partner will also look and find their own direction. You will become stronger that way. All right? So you will also be experiencing more freedom and permission to do that. All right? This is about unleashing. Unleashing, Pisces. That's your key word in July in your relationship. Unleashing. Unregulating. This is another word of escaping. All right? This is you need to get away. You need to get away. Put some space between you and your partner, because you guys might have so many things in common that you're clashing and you're arguing. Remember, your centric card for your board today is too much yelling and screaming. You're both right. Therefore, the argument will never end because you're both right. All right? So this is right smack in the middle of your relationship. Alright, so you got this card, unleashing, and you need to work on your individual self. You need to get away from your partner. And most of all, Pisces, I don't know why, but Pisces, you are experiencing a great deal of rage. Okay, Queen of Wands upside down in the 3rd position. Now, this is your love life. Okay, this is your love life. Now, this could include makeup intimacy. You know what I'm talking about. This can include makeup intimacy. Intimacy so spontaneous you might even forget birth control. Uh-oh. Okay, so just be careful in that hot tub. Alright? So this is a great deal of rage because you have so many things making you angry. Okay? But this is the good kind of rage. This is the rage that gets things done. That is also the rage that will paint one morning. Okay? Just get rid of the old environment. This will also burst some awfully quiet thinking going on. Alright? So, per your love life, Pisces, work on yourself. Unleash. Get away from your partner sometimes. You guys are in each other's way, but enjoy this amount of passion. It's a lot of passion, Pisces. You are really going to have a great July. All right. So thank you for visiting me. I am Christine. It is June 11th, 2020. And I will see you next time, Pisces.